Hi, so we're back this afternoon, Saturday afternoon in Cardiff at NHS Hack Day 19. And everything's been really lively, and there's lots of people doing lots of work, and I'm just having a chat with Neil Tamplin, who works in housing.
That's right.
Yeah, so what brought you along to NHS Hack Day?
I was really interested because I see lots of overlap between health and housing, and I thought it'd be interesting to come along and see what sort of projects have been worked on, how they might translate across.
Yeah, and because we didn't get any pictures that were specifically coming from housing, we'll try and work on that again.
Yes.
To get something more joint ideas sort of being developed. But what, have you been talking to anybody or working on anything today?
Yeah, so I've been having a look around at all the different projects, loads of really interesting things going on. One thing in particular was about a paperless passport.
Yeah.
So basically if somebody presented themselves to a service, they basically have a set of papers that would describe, things that were important, so that service would be aware of certain things. So I can see, for housing officers that may be working with tenants, that information would be really useful. And we already collect a lot of that information ourselves, but obviously, housing takes that information, health takes that information. That leads to lots of duplication, potentially mismatches. Yeah. So where we could kind of commonly share that information.
Well, or it'd be nice if it was set up and it was there and there was an API and you could then grant, I let my housing officer, their service actually use that information, and I let these other people
So
use that
I've had a couple of interesting conversations about paper. As much as we try and get rid of paper, it is easy. If you got that stack of paper, then you know that it's in your possession and nobody else got access to it.
Yeah.
And so when we try and transfer that across digital, it gets a bit trickier because, of course, digital things just want to be free and go everywhere. It's finding that balance.
And it's governance, isn't it? That's often where these projects sort of go, and how do we actually share? And it's through having these kind of conversations and everybody around that we actually do it. And we're having that conversation on a Saturday.
Yes.
What do you think about the idea of doing it at the weekend rather than during the week? What difference do you think that makes to?
I think it's really important because obviously if you're in a job role which is more senior, you might have the authority to kind of go to these events and kind of contribute. If you're more junior, it might be harder to get away from work. So I think it's really important that we have weekend events because that way it can be more inclusive and everybody can come along and contribute.
Yeah, and sometimes I know some people where they will actually get permission from their employer that if they come during the week, then they'll get the time off again, which is great.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you're really welcome at NHS Hack Day. Thank you for coming along and try and get some more people to come next time. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Yeah, great.
Okay.